There you go.
So listen, man, speaking of like, youth, you know what I mean, and staying young, you talk to Men's Health and you know what I mean? You talk about
the way you pull these abs out.
you know what I'm saying? Like get brolic out here, you know what I mean? But you talk to Men's Health about a little bit more serious topic.
Yeah.
It was like, we talk about mental health a couple times on the show and talking about, dealing with depression when it look to the outside world, it looks like, yo, you on top of the world, baby.
Yeah.
You met the man. You in movies, you rich, you got a this and a that, but you still dealing with, you know what I mean, fighting depression and stuff like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But that's because of where I grew up at, PTSD. A lot of us have it, but we didn't know what to call it.
You know what I mean?
I'm saying? A lot of us had it. But
So what is it like to navigate something like that when the picture of Method Man is what it is, right? Like,
it's hard. I find solace in just being myself and not trying to live up to anybody's expectations, But it does bother me at times. I have episodes. It's like I've been dealing with it for so long. I know what it feels like when it's coming. So there's really no solution you can have. You just have to kind of like deal with it and ride this shit out. I say look for love, not from other people, but within yourself. And that kind of helps. But it's all about taking care of your temple. And if you're taking care of your temple, not only are you doing something, for yourself, but you're also taking the time out to consider your health, taking the time out to consider being there for your people as long as you can possibly be, that kind of thing, Right. So that's what it was for me. And as far as the mental part of it, to cope, you do the physical. To cope with the mental part, you do the physical. It doesn't always work, but hey, I like if someone's out there right now listening and you're going through depression and all that shit, all I could tell you is I hope your today is better than your yesterday and your tomorrow even better.
You know what I'm saying?
I do this, son.
Not for real.
Telling you.
Nah, that's a fact.
Drop the mic on him.
Yeah, for real. Because it's like, yo, we like, again, like, that's something that, like, as black men, like, we don't really sit down.
We don't have time to.
You know what I mean? Like, that part, we too busy providing or, you know what I mean? Or keeping up this, like, I don't even want to call it a facade because sometimes it is PTSD, bro. It's just a veneer that you've built up.
Yes.
Growing up where we grow up. You know what I'm saying? Like, you saying, like, you know what I mean? Like, your situation is different from your son as motivation-wise because you had a different type of motivation.
Yeah, hunger will keep you motivated.
You know what I'm saying?
Like
So it's just like, and our kids they ain't gonna know about, you know what I mean? Like, they ain't gonna know.
No.
But you adapt too, though, right? Like you adapt. It's like, it's like if this tree keep falling on me, like, all right, boom, like eventually I'm gonna adapt to where the tree ain't. You know what I mean? I'm gonna adapt. I'm gonna move. So the tree, I'm gonna adapt to the tree, right? Mm-hmm. So I think that's what happens. Like we could, Jay said it, we could try to change, but that's just the top layer. Like we are who we are before we got here. Mm-hmm. We always gonna be grounded in who we are.
Exactly.
That's what makes us who we are in our respective fields. When we go and step on the court, when we go and step on the acting stage, and you know what I mean? Like when we go into these meetings, like as long as you have a strong foundation and you're a solid foundation, you're able to navigate those rooms and know how to, talk to people and know what, which way I could go with this person.
As long as you focused and know what the fuck you want.
Yeah, you gotta be intentional.
Yeah, exactly, intentional. Michael Jackson said the best thing. When you're on the red carpet, your answer should be no longer than 30 to 40 seconds. Regardless to what they're asking you, you're there to promote something. Promote that, move on. Because once you start going outside of that, that's when you start getting like clickbait, so to speak, things of that nature and shit. And I don't give a fuck who you are, how old you are. If people shitting on you on the internet and you see it, that shit fucks you up. It fucks you up.
I've been trying to tell people that shit, bro, but I'm just like, people really think like, yo, they so like, this is Method Man. You know what I mean? This is Carmelo Anthony. You know what I mean? This is the Kid Mero. They're not real people.
Say some bullshit in my shit and I'm going to be on your page like this, zooming in on your picture like this and shit, trying to see where you live at, what state you live in, and all that shit like, this motherfucker here.
And that's, and I ain't gonna hold you. That's one of the things that made me be like, I'm definitely doing a show with Melo. Because Melo's the type of nigga to be like, man, get the fuck out of here. Or really say like, yo, man, like, what the fuck you expect me to say, B? You just shit on me like in a whole paragraph, nigga, fuck out of here. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, and I respect the shit out of that because it's
but
like,
niggas know Melo can fight.
He said, yo, these shits work.
He put hands on niggas and shit. So they ain't gonna fuck with Mello like that, man. Even though there's some that are idiots that will and shit. That's why you gotta smack somebody every 6 months. I don't give a fuck, just randomly. Randomly smack the shit out somebody every 6 months so niggas can see it and be like, yeah, we not fucking with that.
Nah, he still got it.
He loose.
Like Mike did in the airplane, bro.
Come on, man, he loose.
Mike said,